Many of you watching now will remember.
Yes, because my challenge was to have another shot at the very first challenge that any of us ever faced on the first ever episode of The Gadget Show.
Blimey.
This is the custard factory in central Birmingham. Right here is where it all started. This is where I first appeared on the very first episode of The Gadget Show. I was shooting a report about the latest camcorders on the market, and my challenge was to film a chase sequence culminating in what's known as a bullet time or time slice shot. This special effect technique was made famous in the Matrix movies. It's where time appears to stand still and the camera swoops around the subject, creating a very dynamic visual experience. It's achieved by using a whole row of cameras, all shooting the action from a slightly different angle. Edit all the different angles together and you have a stunning effect. It was pioneered by British filmmaker Tim Macmillan, and these days his company, Time Slice Films, have perfected the technique, and it now gets used in everything from natural history documentaries to game shows. 6 years ago, when we tried to shoot our own bullet time, we used a whole mishmash of cameras, anything we could lay our hands on, all sporting different lenses, different size sensors, and different recording formats. The end result was, well, rubbish. Absolute rubbish. The different camera shots just didn't match. Not so much bullet time as bullet crime. So, for my 150th birthday celebration challenge, I'm going to reshoot the chase sequence to see if over the last 6 years, gadgets have improved enough for me to make a really cool bullet time shot. So, having squeezed back into my faithful catsuit, I got down to shooting the chase sequence that would lead up to the climactic special effect. Now, here's something that I couldn't do 6 years ago. I'm shooting this part, thank you, of the chase sequence on a digital SLR camera. I was using the new Canon 7D, a brilliant 18-megapixel top-flight DSLR camera. And the genius bit for me is that it records very high-quality video. So good that it's now regularly used by professional promo and commercial directors. This camera shoots at full 1080p HD video on a compact flash card, and each clip can be up to 12 minutes long. We're not going to need 12 minutes for this, but let's go again. The footage I was getting was fantastic. In fact, the only tricky bit was running up and down in big heels. OK, let's check it back. Yeah, OK, got it. Right, that's all the running around stuff shot, thank goodness. Now it's time for the biggie. It's time to shoot bullet time. And the first problem I faced was what cameras to use. To get a sequence anywhere near as good as this, I definitely need identical cameras, and something like 60 of them. I reckon my best chance of getting anywhere near 60 cameras of the same make is to go for these, Flip Ultras. The Flip Ultra HD is a brilliant pocket point-and shooter, and is as ubiquitous a camcorder as there's ever been. They're really popular. I know loads of people who have got one. And the other great thing is, to get as many people as I can here today, I've been able to utilise another major development in gadgets and tech, social networking. I've been on Twitter and Facebook to crowdsource as many people as I can who own one of these to come and help me here today. Now began a nervous wait to see if anyone would actually answer my call and turn up. In the meantime, the crew got on with screwing together the rig I'd had specially built. We had to be certain that all the cameras would be the same distance from the action, and our rig would do that job, if we actually got any cameras, that was. Then, thankfully, they started arriving. A couple at first, and then more and more. Then, brilliantly, a man arrived with a whole box of camcorders. Flip themselves had apparently heard what we were doing and decided to help out. Our bullet time was on. I'm going to run in from over there, hopefully hit this mark, and then these guys behind me, all those cameras painstakingly positioned, should get the shot. The weather was sort of playing ball. It was nice and bright, but the cold was playing havoc with the camera's batteries. We've got a problem here. What number's gone?
Number 26.
Number 26. The battery's gone, so we've now got to wait and get another battery. Because the problem is, if one of them goes down in the middle of a take, the take is useless. At last, we were here, ready with 43 camcorders recording. All I had to do was hit my mark. Action! Just as I ran in, 2 more cameras went down. The cold was killing batteries as fast as we could replace them. And remember, every time we changed a battery, we then had to perfectly reposition the camera on its mark. And the good light was fading fast. This is it! This is our very, very, very last chance. Absolutely got to nail it this time. you so much. Wonder whether we did it.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
The question is, where's the finished product?
Does it work?
Well, I don't know if it works because I haven't seen it yet, because can you even imagine how difficult this has been to edit? You've got to match every single frame of every single camera to get, otherwise the hair's out of place.
Whatever!
And it's
Press
taken
play.
ages. Look,
Press
to
the
match
play button.
every single frame of every
we wanna
single
see it.
camera.
Let's see
Thank you,
it,
John.
please.
Oh, look, you're going. OK, here it goes. 15 seconds of action.
Nice action.
Nice action.
Nice action.
Thanks, boys. Oh. Here it comes.
Good shot there.
This is it.
Cool.
What do you think?
Yes, that's
Better
very
than
good.
6 years ago?
Definitely.
It's in
Much
another
more accurate.
hemisphere.
Yeah.
That's an extraordinary improvement.